I mean, I can also grow in my home country, but looking at the bigger picture, I felt okay. U.S. would be a very great place to study, and the fact that, I mean, other countries still have a major role, or they have like a major company, but U.S. seeing it as okay, these are where major companies started from, and they branch out into other countries. That was an idea for me. I mean, that was what I decided I was going to. That was the reason I decided I was going to move into the graduate assistantship. Was
how did you know about the graduate assistantship?
And I'll tell you, I didn't know. You might be hearing this for the first time. I didn't know about it.
Wow.
You want to hear? I didn't even apply for the job.
Wow. So
wow. You understand? So I think this is where I had to like put one plus one together. We're assigned to group projects.
Yeah.
You understand? So ideas from different people. You're bringing your idea into this. You're bringing your knowledge into this, because we come from different facets.
Yeah.
Like that, different understanding, different backgrounds. So that really helped me, and he came out and told us that what you are doing right now, this is what you'll be asked. This is how you're going to. This is how things in real life situation. This is what is going to happen.
Wow.
This is how businesses function, because I don't know if I mentioned it. I studied management information systems in Bowie State. So it's more business oriented. So and he came out and said, this is how businesses will function. These are the tools you will need at this job. Whether you want to go into networking, you want to go into data, you want to go into cybersecurity, those courses were there.
Hello everyone, yes, this is another episode of Tell Your Story. Thank you so much for all your likes, your comments on our Instagram at tellyourstory.tv, and also on our Twitter account or at Tell Your Story TV. And also thank you for those that have subscribed to our YouTube channel at also Tell Your Story TV too. We really appreciate all the love, the feedback, everything that you guys are, telling us to do, and we in order to make this content much more better. And thank you to all my past guests for taking time to be part of this project. You guys can see once again, this is the way my hair is. I know I look pretty much a little bit unkempt. It's because we are still in the corona period, and we decided to shoot because we wanted this project to continue. And it's a privilege to also air out this project, and I really do appreciate everyone that has helped so far. So today, let me just dive into it. I have a very special person with me. I have Tobi Olateru here as my guest. Tobi Olateru is a Tableau developer at Credit Suisse. Amazing, and that's one of the things that it's going to be sharing to us. So Tobi, do you want to introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yes, thank you, Olamide. Name is Tobi Olateru. And I'm a Tableau developer, or let's say data developer with Credit Suisse, an investment bank. I've been there. I mean, I started only like last year, April. Happy anniversary to me.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary to me. I started last year, and it's been a great journey there. Talking to different great minds, meeting with different people, working several projects with other developers like myself. So don't let me go into all that details, but I'm from Osun State, Nigeria.
Wow. We're both from Osun State, but we're different times. Yeah.
From Osun State, Ikirun to be precise.
Yeah.
What else? I think that's basically it for me, except there are other details or any other questions.
Yeah, definitely we're going to ask you a lot of questions. So Tobi, can you tell us the process of moving from abroad to come here to study? Or let me first state why United States actually?
And I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. So moving to the US it had always been an idea. It had always been a place I wanted to visit. Aside just coming for for vacation or whatever. It's
Oh.
just more of okay, I'm coming here to study, and the fact that US is its top. I mean, you can look for statistics on that, but you have the major companies here. You have the likes of Facebook, you have the likes of Twitter, you have the likes of
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, these major companies, Microsoft and
Yes.
whatever, you have them here. So that was like a focus. That was more what I was shooting for. That okay, yes, if I really want to, I mean, I can also grow in my home country, but looking at a bigger picture. I felt okay. U.S. would be a very great place to study, and the fact that other countries too have a major role, or they have like a major company, but U.S. seeing it as okay, these are where major companies started from, and they branch out into other countries. That was an idea for me. I mean, that was what I decided I was going to. That was the reason I decided I was going to move into the.
So, what was the process like with moving from abroad here? The admission process and everything. Was it easy?
I mean, if I say it was easy, it's a very big lie. Frankly, it's a very big. But moving here was, like I said, there was a plan already, but just had to make sure that all the requirements or all documents were put in place before moving here. So the process, started with applying. I actually applied to several colleges, several schools, and I had to look out for the ones that were actually aligns with what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'll let me give it like a brief background. Yeah. I have a postgraduate diploma in digital media.
Oh.
And so that's that drive that kind of like gave me. Okay, I think I would love to switch to IT. So that kind of like made me okay. What schools really are focused on IT courses or IT related courses, and I checked different schools, and Bowie State apparently being at HBC.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of like gave me okay. I think not to be. I that kind of just gave me that drive. Like okay, I would go into. I would love to go to the school. Like I said, I got admission, and I got admission to Bowie State. Other schools too, they didn't meet some of the requirements, which is totally normal. Some ask for, okay, you need a GRE. Do you need? They need a GRE from you. Do you have a SAT? Do you have this? So the requirements were, differ.
Yeah.
So that process. From that getting an admission. Moving to, going to the consulates to the U.S. embassy to get those to get a visa. Frankly, we Nigerians, when it comes to things like that, we're always prayerful.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of that. So actually,
the visa. I actually was going to ask you what was like, because that morning of that visa interview, obviously I was like, I need to get this. Because this is the next phase of my life, and I really, really need to get started like yesterday.
You can't make a mistake when you're trying to go to apply for a visa. Yeah. You have to make sure all
your documents
is intact, because if you don't get a spot now, I'm sorry, in the next probably 30 days. And it's like, people are trying to travel like every day, trying to get apply for the visa every day. So that spot, there's no spot. So it was, backed up with prayer, backed up with help from family. When I say help, do you have this? Is this in place?
Yeah.
Is your admission letter here? Is that document here? So that process and getting into the embassy, and you know how it is. It's like another environment.
Yeah, and I think also one thing that helped me, if I can remember from my own time, was the web resources I got.
Exactly.
From there was this popular web resource from Nigeria called
Nairaland.
Nairaland really helped me a lot. So for folks that are watching that from Nigeria or they're Nigerians, you will understand Nairaland is actually was very helpful during my time.
I think I also referenced Nairaland because Nairaland is I think it's like a forum It's a
Forum,
forum
yes.
for people, not just for embassy or anything. It's an open
forum,
for
yeah. And you see different threads,
and
different topics.
And I think there's a particular one which really gave me a clear idea of what is actually needed at the embassy.
Yeah.
I think there was one thread that's a consulate. I don't know how true it is, but an actual consulate responded that this is what we need, this is what you should come with. So instead of just people commenting and not having those actual figures, those actual information, the actual consulate responded there. So I think that also helped me in preparing for my interview before coming here. So that's a major.
That's amazing. So, and you made mention of something. Then this is, maybe we'll get into it later on. You said he had a postgraduate diploma in digital media. So, side note, he loves to take photographs. He loves photography, basically. Like, and you guys can go check it out. I think we'll have it on our screen. At Target Photography is actually very, very good. I love the way he pays attention to details. I've seen some of his pictures, and it's amazing. And even project that he has worked on, that is good. So on the side, he's a tablet developer and still doing photography too. So you can see double hustle.
And I think maybe we'll ask that question. I think that was one of the things that also helped me while staying in America.
Yeah, exactly. We'll actually get there. We'll actually get there. So now, yes, you came here, everything, visa, flights. Anyways, so I was settling down like in United States.
Settling. It was a smooth transition. Moving from Nigeria to the US, I had an uncle. I think you know him.
Yes.
Mr. Dada.
Yes.
He housed me for like 2 weeks, and I would say one thing: whether you have a family here or you don't, I would say one thing. Nigerians, or not say Nigerians, Americans are welcoming people.
Yeah,
they would help you one way or the other.
Okay.
Right? Even if
that's fair.
Frankly, and even if it makes them uncomfortable, but at least putting you in place
for some
time, you understand, before you get on your feet, they will help you. So moving from Nigeria to the US, I had an uncle that stayed. I stayed with for like 2 weeks, and we had to like move around. Okay, look for this. What place would you stay that would be close to school? That would be that you would not have to travel miles before getting to school. You understand? So, I had that opportunity, or I had that quote unquote grace to have someone that housed me at that period.
Wow.
Yeah.
So settling down was a little bit easy for you.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like, not everybody has that opportunity, but if you do, please do make use of it. And don't be a burden to them. Try to be helpful while settling down with them, because one thing is, these are people, like, you're coming into their space, so you have to make the best use of it and don't become a burden to them. I think it's very, very important.
Very, very important. And they will appreciate you more when you do. Frankly, they are not asking, they're comfortable, but that's little help. It comes a long way for them.
Yeah.
I think a couple of times like that, I had proposed buying stuff.
Yes.
And it was like, no, it's fine. It's you really don't have to worry. Oh, you're just coming from Nigeria. What money do you have? Like, no, it's not about that. But at least the little change I have, them as a sign of appreciation. This is what. And even after leaving this place, I still went back again and like, oh, the kids, I got you guys something, or I bought you something, that kind of thing. So a sign of appreciation. And yes, before I left, and this was what I decided. I bought Ankara. Ankara for them. Like
Ankara is like a fabric.
Yeah. I bought fabric for his wife.
Wow.
And that was the first time I would meet her. I'd never seen her before. Yeah. So I kind of like, thank you, that kind of thing. So that just as a sign of appreciation, that thank you for housing me, thank you for accommodating me, even if I'm taking your space or I'm taking your taking your space. So
grateful for that. So, but now, yes, you're able to settle down pretty much well, but what about other financial needs? Like, how were you able to handle those financial needs as they come by? Because I know as an international student, definitely you have some money, maybe, but you know there's still some needs, and you being far away from home, you can't actually, easily request funds and get it straight up. So how were you able to handle those difficult needs?
In my own case, I was lucky enough, or say blessed, to get support from home.
That's great.
Tuition was covered. My tuition was covered.
Yeah. So
meeting all of the needs, and this is where I started from. Because I'm a photographer. I started my photography before leaving the country.
Yes.
So out of the little change I had, I actually bought a camera.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought a camera. I think it was about $250. Very cheap, but it wasn't the ideal camera. But it did a very good job for me. And frankly, I used that to at least make some money. If I wasn't charging the standard fee, at least maybe today $30 today. Another day $40. At least that then, $30-$40 went a long way at least.
And I like the fact that you brought that out. Honestly, I'm sorry to call you short. Like the idea that you're doing something at home, back home, and you felt like it might be useful. It's a skill set, or whether soft skill or whatever. You felt like you can use it to make money while you are here, which makes sense. Actually, as a software developer too, I was a software developer back in Nigeria. I felt like when I come in here, one of the ways I can support myself is little remote jobs, or somebody asked me to do some development, and it actually worked well for me. I was able to do some project and make some $400-$500 as during my school, and that's good.
So I started with that, although like I said, I had financial support from home. Started with my photography. Then I think other ways I handled those financial aspects was getting a job in the kitchen.
Yes.
Of the school.
So we didn't talk about that. So you went to Bowie State, just like I said.
Bowie State University.
You went to Bowie State University. Wale, Tobi, and I went to Bowie State University, but they were like my seniors. And one of the places where I worked, like where three of us worked, was the kitchen. Of course, when I was working in the kitchen, they were no longer in the kitchen. They were like, they're already, past that. They've already, got a better place in campus. And you're going to talk to us about how you were able to move from kitchen to how you got that amazing scholarship in the school too.
Yeah. So, I got a job in the kitchen. And here is the thing: as an international student, you are limited to only 20 hours of work. And I think the belief is the fact that you're coming from the country, you're coming to study. So no other thing should take your mind, no other thing should take your time. So, and that's why they limit it to 20 hours. So the kitchen helped some of those financial aspects, at least if it's buying gas, at least pay for insurance and buy maybe some t-shirts, at least just the common, the basic, taking care of myself. Let
me ask you, what was your role in the kitchen? Because I will tell you mine. I don't know whether mine was was dirtier than yours, but I'll tell you mine.
I was on the grill for the most part.
Grill is not that bad.
Flipping burgers, flipping chicken, chopping
that was
chicken,
good.
And all of that.
You learn on the job, or you
learn on the job.
Wow,
learn on the job. Yeah,
that's good.
Flipping burgers, serving, taking orders, and all of that. So it was more of, if you're not on the grill today, you're taking orders, or you're serving.
Wow, that was good.
Then if I think most of my job, my job was flipping burgers because they found out, oh, this guy's really good, he's fast in it, and all of that. So although and like you said, myself, Wale, and you, I mean, we did the same job. Myself and Wale were actually like switching on that position, so it kind of made
good.
that fast, like the job. We didn't have to like worry. So it's like, because the fact that we understand our language, so it's like, Tobi, this is what we need, that kind of thing. So you already communicated with me. I'm on the grill focused.
So you had a friend that you can work with in the kitchen.
So I was on the grill. What was yours?
Mine. I was scrubbing pots. Like I wasn't washing plates, please. I was scrubbing pots, and what with hot water. So I was scrubbing pot, I was scrubbing pan, those baking pan, and some of these baking pan probably have used the previous night. That means I have to soak them and use my hands. It was really, I was like, yeah, this is America.
This is America.
But it was good. It was less, and it didn't take me too long. I think maybe I did it for like 4 or 5 months before I got my another job in school.
Okay.
That like, okay, since I got another job in school, then I moved out of the kitchen because you can only work 20 hours, just like you said. So that was what happened. Wow, that's great.
So, I mean, like I said, that was one. My photography also helped.
Yes.
And sponsor. I mean, I was financially assisted.
Sponsored
from back home. So I coming to America. Frankly, you would. Let me say this: you it's not an easy transition. It's not an easy transition, but you would appreciate it much later because you went through those little beginnings. You were able to at least help yourself, even if it was maybe some $10 today. Some, like, oh yes, I missed that one part because of my photography.
Yeah.
I met with a DJ.
Wow.
I met with a DJ who also. So like I said, the $50 today, the $40 tomorrow. So he had different gigs.
So you were also, tagging along.
Yeah, and he was able to take $50 today, take $60.
Wow, that's great.
So those were the little
things here and there
that really
helped you. Wow, that's good. So let's now go a little bit further into your study. Like, what were your highlights, or what would you say that were those defining moments during your study that contributed to your growth? You might start off with that scholarship you got.
Okay.
Is it scholarship or fellowship that
it's a graduate assistantship actually.
Okay.
Yes. So I applied, but now that graduate assistantship was.
How did you know about the graduate assistantship?
And I'll tell you, I didn't know. You might be hearing this for the first time. I didn't know about it.
Wow.
You want to hear? I didn't even apply for the job.
Wow. So what happened?
Understand? So I think this is where I had to like put 1 and 1 plus 1 together, and I think I got the picture. I didn't apply for the job, but I applied for graduate assistantship at that time.
Okay.
Right, and that's why I said it's a graduate assistantship. I applied for graduate assistantship. The regular, the one where your tuition is covered.
Covered.
Right?
Yeah.
Covered. But I didn't get that one, so I think my name probably was like a supplemental list. You understand? So it was probably there they picked out, and there were other criteria for getting that particular job.
Okay.
You understand? So I think they took my name out, like, okay, this is someone that this as this, and I think this checks out. That's how I got the job.
Wow, that's great. That's amazing.
Yeah. So part of the what contributed, yes. And the job, to the job was, before I continued, the job was actually a residential director, or resident director here.
And you so what he's trying to say is that, and let me say it, is that he was living on campus the whole year for free. He wasn't paying rent.
I wasn't paying rent.
Were you paying
for food?
You were not paying for food.
I was also, I had 3 meals on my school card. And I also had $350 for the semester.
See, some people are just favored like that.
So 2-bedroom apartment.
Wow, 2-bedroom apartment, so you can have a guest. Oh my gosh, that's good. Anyways, that's really really good. It's so graduate assistantship, just like you said, where it's just scholarship for when you come into school. You can apply, and if you get that, your tuition is paid for. Your tuition is covered by the school, and you can pay for the other fees, which is about $1,000, which definitely you can.
I mean, I think the names differ by school.
Yeah.
Some may call it scholarship, some may call it research assistant. You understand? So it depends.
Yeah, so
but in this case, it was graduate assistantship.
That's good. So in case even if you don't get scholarship, for those watching and want to come study abroad, even if you don't get scholarship, if from to enter the school, you can come into the school and or even check the school online. Probably they offer graduate assistantship, and what's the process of what's the process like, so that you can prepare your mind and see how you can apply for this thing. So
and yes, to add to that, yes, you mentioned they have to check. So you have to make sure that schools offer some of this assistantship, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Make sure, and how much do they offer the international students? How much do they pay attention to international students?
Exactly.
You understand? I mean, Bowie State really has a lot of international students, but like I said, you can branch out to other schools. There are lots of wonderful schools, such as Bowie State in Maryland, and in other states too. But just make sure you've done all your research before actually moving into the country, because honestly, you don't want to get stuck.
Exactly.
Going through all of this, yeah.
Now, I think so. What were you able to? Do you have the opportunity to get? Or okay, let me just go this way. How were you able to get that job in Credit Shoes? What was the process like? And maybe we can just make it everything into one. Okay. How was it like securing a job outside of university, like outside of your program?
So I would say part of what really helped me securing a job is both school helped. And why do I say school? The classes, the projects, the 1159 assignments or homework we're given, those were the building blocks that really molded me to know what was coming in the future.
Wow.
You understand? And frankly, I didn't. And this is, I would say for almost everyone, not for almost everyone, it seemed like we didn't know how, coming from Nigeria, coming from a different country, and coming to the United States, things are done differently, right? Back home, the way we're taught, we're not given like all this 1159 projects. It's more of just come, dictate and all of that. But here we're giving like real life projects. We're giving use cases, real life use cases that go do your research, and that really groomed me into what I do currently. Lots of projects that we did, like I said, the sleepless nights, the 1159s.
So when he says 11:59, I think this is the deadline. Deadlines. When he's talking about 11:59 means deadline.
Deadline to submit your assignments. You understand? And the 11:59 is like there's a link, and there's a timed link. If you don't submit your assignment by that time, it's locked. So
before you continue on what you're saying about your the project, like are you able to get these credits? So you came to for your masters, and you said a bit about it, like those stuffs, just things, the assignment, the projects that you're able to do really helps you. What other things do you think helped you while you were in school to move around school properly?
What helped me move around? What really helped me within school was, I had friends. I had friends, Wale and so many of them that were able to collaborate. We're able to do. So we're not just doing. We're assigned to group projects.
Yeah.
You understand? So ideas from different people. You're bringing your idea into this. You're bringing your knowledge into this, because we come from different facets, like different understanding, different backgrounds. So that really helped me, and to push. That really helped me to and also serve as a guidance that, okay, this is what is coming. And I'll give an example. There was a particular project there was a particular course by Fale. This wonderful man.
Wow.
And he came out and told us that what you are doing right now, this is what you'll be asked. This is how you're going to. These are things in real life situation. This is what is going to happen.
Wow.
This is how businesses function, because I don't know if I mentioned it. I studied management information systems in Bowie State. So it's more business oriented. So, and he came out and said, this is how businesses will function. These are the tools you will need at this job. Whether you want to go into networking, you want to go into data, you want to go into cybersecurity, those courses were there. So all of them had a role to play in grooming us, in letting us know this is how the American system works. So it's like, I won't say they weren't flushing out what we know. They were just adding to our knowledge. You understand? Just putting you on a platform that when you go out there, when you go to the favor market, don't let me say labor market. When you go to the favor market, you would not have it hard. It would be a smooth transition for you. At least you will give you the basics. But when you step out, you would have a good transition.
So networking and you connecting with your lecturers really helped you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's great. And I didn't even know why I didn't ask you this, but I needed to ask you. You did something. You did digital marketing back home.
Digital media.
Digital media rather back home, and you're doing MIS. How was the transition for you? Was he? I know we'll still go back to how you were able to get your job in Credit Suisse and the application and things like that, but I want you to highlight those. How was it easy for you to transition? So
digital media, and I'll give you the background. Digital media was a 1-year course that I did, and it was centered around IT. So like I said, I do photography. We're taught photography. I did. We also taught web design. We also taught media ethics. We also taught some coding too. You understand? So, and also the manner at which we were taught there in the school. That also made me prepared. So, looking at how Nigerian universities teach, and looking at how Nigerian universities teach, and comparing it with the American system, I was kind of prepared. And okay, let me put it this way. So I had my undergrad. There was a manner at which the way they teach. In the other school that I went to, that I had my digital media, it's kind of similar to how the American system was. Okay. So I was already aware of those 11:59 deadlines. You understand, those submitting your assignments online. I was kind of prepared. So coming to the US and seeing the same thing, I was like, oh, I think I was used to it already. The transition was not that tedious. It was just
wow, that's great. I really didn't know much about digital media then. That's great. That's nice. So what else? Now you wanted to talk about the credit sheets. So, but I know that it wasn't just like you applied to maybe you were in school and you applied to credit sheets and you get a job. There was a journey around that time. There was a lot of experience around that. A lot of sorry, we regret to inform you that you are not being selected and stuff like that. All those regret emails.
So, yes, there was a journey. There's sleepless nights. No, there were. I was taking off my free time my free time, and there were times that I had to move out of my comfort zone to actually do this. And I had to. How did I? The journey into Credit Suisse. I had to do some self-tutorial. I had to do some trainings, paid trainings actually. Wow. I did some paid trainings, and that's really what gave me that understanding of this career and what I'm following or I'm about to step into. So
would you call it like a rediscover for you, rediscovering of yourself to enable I need to know the next thing for me?
Yes.
So you have to do some rediscovering, which requires you doing some paid trainings.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you've gone through 2 years or 3 years of university life or of university education, but it doesn't stop there. Even a 50-year-old person still learns every day.
You learn every day.
You understand? Yes, they've given you what you need. You've got your certificate, but there's still more. So that when you go doing that MIS is more like broad, but like I said, there were different courses taught. But that that course kind of like gave me a guide on where do you want to settle, what career. I mean, I know what I wanted, but frankly, at some point in time, you want to, is this the right thing? Is this not the right thing? So, that's those trainings were really what helped me. You understand? And those self tutorials that I did where there were some. It wasn't an easy journey. After I did the training, even during the training, frankly, I applied to, and I can count. I can say I applied to more than 50 jobs.
Wow!
All within the space of 6 months, and some of them, when you hear their reasons, that's if they even tell you any reason.
Yeah.
Most of them just, we are sorry, we are moving forward with this person. And I remember I got one which I felt they just wanted to, we are not taking you. They said, you're overqualified. I didn't understand what was happening there. You understand? And different ones that, I think there was a particular interview, I did 4 interviews in the space of 2 months.
Wow.
I did 4 interviews in the space of 2 months. And I was like,
this is coming good.
Oh, it's coming good. Okay. And I stopped hearing from them. What's really happening? They're like, sorry, the position closed. I'm like,
wow. And you could not...
there was no communication. I was not told. But those are some of the hurdles that we scaled through. Those are some of the obstacles that we step over, and it's brought us to where we are right now. That even starting the job, it's still kind of like the transition. Getting the job, doing the whole processing of onboarding you understand. There's still some. You need to do this. You need to break this. You need to do that. So there's really a lot in it. But
so generally, you as an international student, you don't have to give up. You still have to continue.
You still have to continue because, and I'm not. This is not to diminish or to make anyone feel bad. You are in the bottom level of the hierarchy of that triangle. You understand? So you have to make sure. Okay, this is where you are. I need to get to this triangle. I need to move here. I need to get to the top. So you need to make sure that you're doing this, you're doing that, you're going to school, you're attending, you're helping yourself, you're boosting yourself in every manner possible. I don't know. I'll throw an idea out there. Certificates.
Wow.
You understand? Getting your certifications is very, very,
very important.
Very, very vital and important because those are things that make you see. To the American system, it's like you're certified. You understand? You're like an expert in that position, in that industry. So, getting the certification is
while in school or out of school.
Both in school, while in school and out of school, but it may not be easy in school because
you have a lot of things.
You understand? You have to quote unquote hustle.
Yeah.
But if you can mix those, school and certificates, you'll do fine, and you'll be at your top when you out of school.
I totally agree with you because one of why I transitioned from being a software developer to cybersecurity, I really knew I needed to do a cybersecurity, and one of the things I did was I made sure that I knew what is the first certification I need to do. Mm-hmm. And I started pursuing. It wasn't easy because I actually spent money to go for the training and also to buy the books and to spend time to read the books. And it wasn't easy because I had a lot of things to do, work in school. I was president of my department student club and stuff like that. But you know that you need it so that you don't find yourself wanting it in the career world. So you need some sort of like validation, like certifications, especially if you're in the IT world. I think you really need it. Even if you are not in the IT world, I feel like taking tutorials from LinkedIn that gives out certifications, or Udemy or Coursera, they really can help you prove to your resume that you are developing, you're growing, you know your stuffs, and you're amassing in knowledge.
So yes, one other thing, and I feel, I don't know if this should be passed before you get into the country. You have a LinkedIn account, that also helps too.
Yes.
Have a LinkedIn profile, that would also give you some that would also give you some leverage and some opportunities, because recruiters are looking for people through that platform.
Yeah. All my guests have been talking about LinkedIn, and I can't overemphasize the need for LinkedIn. Tolatonda was telling us that he got his job through LinkedIn. Like someone just reached out to him and got his job through LinkedIn, and a lot of people like that. So, guys, go open a LinkedIn account, be active a little bit, update your LinkedIn account, and once you get those certifications, learn new things on LinkedIn Learning or Udemy, put it out there. Recruiters are checking profiles every now and then.
To add to those learning platforms, you mentioned LinkedIn,
Udemy,
Coursera. You can also check EDX.
EDX
is actually free.
Wow.
EDX is totally free, owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, wow.
And those platforms are one of those the platforms I use for my growth and currently what I do.
It's very good. It's very good. Yeah. So, looking back, what do you think you could have done differently?
What would I have done differently? My 1159s, and yes, I'll put it out there. We are humans. There are times we are all, you're busy with one thing or the other that you forget or you have an assignment. Yes, although your sole aim or the aim of coming to the country is to study, but at the same time you still need to take care of yourself. You still need to get some money and all of that. So one thing I would say, looking back, is not approaching my 11:59 deadlines and I'm like, oh, I need to.
So you're a little bit distracted. That's what you're
frankly,
saying.
Because you turn left, oh, do this, or you turn right, oh, there's something. You understand? There's always, you're always busy in one way or the other.
So stay focused on
your journey. That's what I would say. I'll look back and make sure this is what this is my aim, and I need to complete it before branching out.
Exactly. What about also securing jobs or preparing to get internships and stuff like that?
Yeah. You're asking what I would have done better?
Yeah, what do you think you could have done better?
I would say,
so that recruiters won't say that you're overqualified. Just a joke.
But when I started applying, my resume was good, but it didn't just meet like the standard. And I feel if I had done that earlier, maybe the story would have been different, right?
That's true.
Yeah, maybe the story would have been different. And networking too.
Wow.
I'll put that out. Networking is a very, very, very important. It's very important in the American system.
Yeah.
I've reached out to. I've been told by so many people. I still spoke to someone about yesterday, and he was told. This person approached him and was like, "Oh, I need you to give what's your opinion on this," and he gave his idea. Oh, this is this. You can do this way. This way. I'm like, oh, I think I really like you. Send me a resume, and that's how he got the job. You understand? Networking, and you mentioned NSB. NSB is also another great platform. National Society for Black Engineers. You go for the conference, you meet different people from different schools. There's another one, SWE,
Society for Women Engineers. Yeah.
So you those platforms, you meet with different students, you meet with different people in different professions or studying different courses. So, what other thing? Moving forward, network with students in your school, your classmates, network with, make sure you have a very good relationship with your lecturers, make sure even the librarian too, because opportunities come from anywhere. Opportunities can rise up from anywhere. So I would advise we should pay attention as international students, not as international, as humans generally, and even at Nigeria right now. If you really network, I think that will really put you somewhere. Yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much. Like, you really dropped some gems for us out there, and I hope you people are kind of paying attention to one of those things that probably might help you on your journey, or probably you feel like you're not doing. Like, most of my guests have talked about basically the same thing: LinkedIn, networking, and stuff like they really helpful. I'm so glad that there is, as you can see, there is a common theme in all those things. So, before we go, do you want to share with us what you're currently working on? We know that some of them are classified or something, but at least just confidential. Rather, do you want to share?
Yeah. So what I do, like I said, I'm a data visualization developer. So there's this tool, Tableau. It's kind of built on Excel idea. You understand? So you have columns, you have rows, and all of that. Then in Excel you can create bar charts and all of that. So that's basically what I'm doing here, but more on a high level.
Yeah.
Working with different databases, different platform, Excel queries, SQL, Hadoop, and all of that.
Yeah.
So all of these tools are kind of integrated in one way, and I create reports. So right now I report on ITSM, data information technology service management.
Okay.
On basically it's a breakdown of knowledge management, change management, incident management. Although my team right now, we are not just focused on that. It's a broader view. And my clients, we have internal clients at the company. You understand? So basically, just creates reports for them for business decision making and for insights on where the bank is heading to, or what maybe an incident is whatever incidents or occurred during business hours, how it affects the bank and whatever. So it's really not top level, but like you said, data is, and there's this acronym CIA: confidential, integrity, and accountability. Availability. Yes. Yeah. So make sure your data is confidential.
Yeah.
Make sure it's available, and make sure it's
trustworthy.
You understand? It's So those are the things you pay attention to. That and it's an everyday task. I really love what I do. Like I said, because of my background, coming from a creative background, I can apply my creativity.
Wow, that's great.
IT. So I'll say those moments. I'll put this out there. Even if you're coming from accounting background, even if you're coming from maybe HR, one way or the other, and I tell you, it's applicable. It's one way or the other. If you decide to change your profession, or you decide to change your industry, it's one way or the other helpful. And why do I say that? I studied banking and finance in Nigeria, Bowen University. Shout out to Bowen University. I studied banking and finance. From there to digital media to MIS.
Yeah.
And I work with an investment bank.
Wow.
You understand? Although, like I said, I really don't do. I really don't do anything
for
financial, or retail, or anything financial. But knowledge,
you understand that data, and you're able to use it. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So don't feel because I've been here, I won't be able to use it here. The way the system is right now, everything is sort of integrated.
So I like the way we are closing, because life is a journey, and you will learn a lot as you go, and I tell you what you learn today, you might be useful. You think you don't need it now, might be useful tomorrow. I got a job once some time ago back in Nigeria, and I didn't really know what I was doing. That's to do with ATMs, and they were coding ATMs and stuff like that. It was development, but I really felt like I'm not supposed to be there. But along the way, I have worked on projects, or I have been able to or privileged to be part of groups that they were talking about ATMs or financial stuff, and that's really helped me a lot. So whatever you're doing now, you think that is not worth it, excuse me, please pay attention to it, and you might definitely find yourself in a place where you need to apply that knowledge you have. It's definitely very important. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hopefully we maybe bring you back and maybe have like a duo session with you and Wale. Maybe that might be cool. Have like a family conversation. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. So thank you once again for tuning in to this episode. I really hope that you've learned one or two things that might help you in your journey, or for those people that are currently international students, and for those that are not international students coming to study abroad. I hope you learn one or two things. And definitely you can reach out to Tobi Olatero. He's on LinkedIn, and also don't forget to like, share, comment on IG, on our IG at tellyourstory.tv, on Twitter at tellyourstorytv, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at tellyourstorytv. So it's just IG that is tellyourstory.tv, the rest are tellyourstorytv. Someone actually took that name and I could not find a way to get it back. But anyways, so IG at tellyourstory.tv. Thank you so much, and God bless. I appreciate it.